The security light blinked red when I swiped at the glass doors I'd walked through for years. I tried again, denied. Behind me, the lobby guard shifted uncomfortably, as if he'd been told this moment would come. And then he appeared. My husband, freshly promoted. His father barely buried, and already the crown sat heavy on his head, but he carried it like a spoiled child wearing his father's coat. He smirked, arms folded, voice dripping with triumph. "You're done here." I should have looked crushed. I should have begged for an explanation. Instead, I leaned close, my lips brushing his ear. Perfect. Because I knew what he didn't. The game wasn't ending. It was beginning. I remember the first time I met him. Charming, magnetic, the kind of man who filled a room with the illusion of power. I mistook arrogance for confidence back then. He told me I grounded him, that I made him better, and I believed him. Love, I've learned, makes fools of the cleverest minds. He swore we'd build an empire together. His father's company would one day be ours, he said, not his, ours. I built my life around that promise. I worked beside him, late nights, strategy sessions, market expansions. My fingerprints were all over the empire he inherited. But then he shifted. Calls unanswered, meetings where I was suddenly unwelcome, whispers among the staff that I wasn't needed, a perfume on his shirt that wasn't mine. The moment of proof came in the cruelest way, an email he forgot to delete. Reservations at the Penthouse suite, 2 names on the booking, his and hers. The mistress wasn't the betrayal, no. The betrayal was smaller, sharper. He'd quietly begun removing me from contracts, meetings, ownership documents, erasing me piece by piece, as if I were just a shadow in his story. But I don't crumble. I calculate. When his father died, I did not mourn. The man had been ruthless, but not blind. He saw his son for what he was, a reckless child. And in his final act, he gave me something far more valuable than love or loyalty. He gave me leverage. I didn't scream when I caught my husband's lies. I didn't confront him. I smiled. I played the dutiful wife while documenting everything. Every asset, every affair, every signature he forged. I sat across from him at dinner, nodded at his hollow words, and in my mind, I built the noose. By the time he locked me out, I already knew what the will said. I'd sat with his father's lawyer weeks earlier, sworn to secrecy until the reading. 65%. Majority control. Not to his son, to me. He thought he'd stolen the throne. He never realized I already owned the castle. The lawyer arrived minutes after his smug declaration. We stood in the boardroom, mahogany table, glass walls, executives pretending not to watch. My husband at the head of the table, drunk on his coronation. And then the lawyer unfolded the will. Per the late chairman's instructions, controlling interest of the company, 65%, passes not to his son, but to his daughter-in-law. Silence. Pure, delicious silence. His face drained, the smirk collapsing into disbelief. He reached for the papers as if snatching them could rewrite the truth. I slid them out of reach. "You fired me from my own company," I whispered. The executives turned toward me like tides pulled by the moon. They knew instantly where power now lived. His empire was mine. The fallout was brutal, but not mine to bear. The mistress, her lease, company paid, terminated within 24 hours. Her keycard didn't work the next morning, just as mine once hadn't. I imagined her standing there, confused, humiliated, a perfect echo. My husband, no, my ex-husband now, spiraled. He raged, threatened, begged. But every asset, every account, every connection he thought was his, was already under my control. He hadn't just underestimated me, he had erased me, and in doing so, freed me from sentiment. I didn't just inherit his father's empire, I became it. Do I regret it? No, regret is for those who don't finish what they start. I loved him once, but love dies when respect is buried. He wanted to strip me of everything. Instead, I stripped him of the illusion that he was ever more than a pawn in his father's game. And mine.